Every step you take folds into mine. A whisper of ash, a pulse in the dark. The flame in your chest is my trademark. Can you taste the static in the air? A crooked spell and a wicked stare. The hex I have on you, it's velvet, it's venom, it's true. Your dreams are stitched to my breath. Dance with me closer to death. I don't want love, I want surrender. A shadow pact you won't remember. Hands like smoke, a grin like knives. One kiss and you're alive in my hive. The hex I have on you, no dawn can break it through. Your soul hums low, forever bound to the silence of my sound. Black candle midnight, shadows in bloom. Your name on my tongue, it poisons the room. Heartbeat echoes like a knock at the door. You begged for mercy, but you'll want more. You feel it crawl under your skin. A quiet hunger, I pulled you in. The hex I have on you, it's velvet, it's venom, it's true. Your dreams are stitched to my breath. Dance with me closer to death. Silver-eyed moonlight dripping like wine. Every step you take folds into mine. A whisper of ash, a pulse in the dark. The flame in your chest is my trademark. Can you taste the static in the air? A crooked spell and a wicked stare. The hex I have on you, it's velvet, it's venom, it's true. Your dreams are stitched to my breath. Dance with me closer to death. I don't want love, I want surrender. A shadow pact you won't remember. Hands like smoke, a grin like knives.
Hey everyone, Kenology here, and we are back. Thank you all for joining us today. Let's go ahead and hop on into the first match of this episode of Masochist. So how is everyone today? Let me know. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Oh wait, I'm going first? Did I pick to go first? I don't remember. I don't know what they're playing, but I'm saying no synchros. Yeah, I don't care that they're going to get one card from each special summoning this turn. And that's the end of that turn. I don't think I can beat Blue Eyes. If they summon it, I just lose. No reason to waste anyone's time on that. Hopefully everybody's doing well, by the way. I'm surprised to see 15 viewers. That's insane to me. I didn't think that many people would tune in, to be honest. But hey, I appreciate it. I don't know if I actually have a plan here or not, but hey. really having much luck right now, but hey, that's part of it. I'm pretty sure they just win. Unfortunately. Next. Maybe this one will actually be a bot so we can get a win, because our deck apparently really needs help. Of course, it was a disconnect bot. Hey, and welcome, by the way. Feel free to say hey in chat. Seriously, stop with the fucking disconnect bots. I want a bot that will actually at least load into the goddamn game so I can get a win. Don't you dare disconnect, game. Don't you do it. Hello and welcome. Feel free to say hey in chat. We're at 16 viewers somehow. I have no idea how, but we are. It's a disconnect. Because of course it is. Victory! Finally, a victory! There we go. Let's go get a pack. First master pack of the stream. Let's see what we get. Is it real is the question. Wait, what? Is that even physically possible? Look how many SRs we just got, everyone. Do you all see this? Please tell me somebody else sees this. What type of luck is this? Bug signal, eggs these monsters, okay. Mighty Dino King Rex. Isn't that a decent card, actually? If this card attacks, if this attacking card destroys an opponent's monster in battle, it can make a second attack, okay? If you control this card, that was... Interesting. So if it survives a single turn, I can just destroy 2 cards. Well, 2 monsters. Okay, now we're to the 4 SRs. Well, that ain't going to help. That is a water, but it's a machine, so that doesn't help us. Trap trick! This is going... Like, I don't have multiples of the same trap. This doesn't help at all, actually. That sucks. And... I can actually play this! I don't have a way to... Wait, don't I? Is it a dragon? Please tell me this is a dragon. No, it's a worm! Darn it. I don't have a fusion spell for worms. I have one for dragons. You know, that is not terrible, actually. Yeah, it's a tribute, but it lets me get a tuner immediately. Interesting. Not good, but interesting. Yeah, none of this helps. So let's go ahead and just hop into the next match. No, not really. Sometimes they do retro events, like they did one where it was everything like from 2006 and before. There's special events that they do, like some have no links or only synchros and so on for the extra deck and stuff. Or some just are only in Rs, and yeah. It really just depends what they choose to do, but they do support like friend versions of it, like if you're dueling other people like that you're actually friends with on this game, you can choose what ban list to follow from different events that they've done. Also, hello John Doe. Sorry I didn't say that to start with. Yeah. It is nice that they keep all the other, like, special ban list as actually part of the program, though, so you can play and test them out. Because, honestly, I wish other games did that. But this is a challenge format. I'm sure... Do you know what Masochist series is? It was a series CMO started, but it has become popular with a lot of different people. I'm pretty sure I'm losing this match just because I drew 2 of my level 5s instead of any of my low tier monsters. Of course. They're going to trap hole this. Like, there's no way they're not. Where's the trap hole? Come on, I know you got one. Probably bottomless. Not bottomless, but same thing, does the same thing anyways. Yeah, see? There must not be drawing cards they need. They need another starter to get going, apparently. I want one of my low attack monsters, but they can't bottomless. You know what? I will use it. I will hope that they don't have a way to stop this tiny guy. Let's see a mirror force. Yeah, I'm actually okay with them doing that. Because now if I draw a level 4 or lower, I can get the second monster out next turn. Sorry if I don't talk too much. I'm not good at commentating over this game very well. Oh yeah, definitely. Yes, there are plenty of meta decks in Master Duel, although the meta decks are slightly different because it has a custom ban list. Like, for instance, we have Max C at 1 in Master Duel. So Max C is pretty much ran in every deck. There's also a slightly smaller card pool. We're only at around the 10,000-ish cards for total amount of cards in the game out of the 15,000 that are in the IRL print of the game. So there are some differences. hopefully that makes sense what I was explaining about the card pool being different. So what's meta in Master Duel is not the same as what's meta IRL. Currently, right now, Vanquish Soul and Radiant Typhoon are pretty popular, as well as K9. It depends. Which deck are you talking about? Like, what archetype? Because some archetypes are actually fairly easy to get the core of, while others, for some reason, are really hard, even though they're not good cards. Good archetypes. So which one are you talking about? Welcome home. Scooter is in the backyard. And her bike, I thought I put back up. I guess I didn't. Sorry. That's on me. Sorry, replying to, answering the wife's questions. Do you see how many people are watching? But yeah, it depends what deck, like I said. Oh yeah, sorry, I was also talking to the wife. The wife is a mod for the channel. So, and she's just got home from work, so. But yeah, that's a lot of people for my channel. But, like I said, which archetype are you talking about trying to make that would be meta? That's because some of them literally just have starter decks that have a lot of their main cards, depending on which archetype. Again, it depends on which type you're talking about. Like, if you want to make competitive Dark Magician or Blue Eyes, you can with, like, just 3 structured decks, which you can get with your starting gems. There, you can also pretty much build an entire Blackwing engine fairly easily. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Feel free to say hey in chat. after this match, if you want, I can show you the shop so you can see what decks that you can easily build. Also, if you're worried about not being able to get their hand traps and stuff, there's special packs that you can buy that give you those as a guaranteed card. Stuff like Ash Blossom, Dogwood, Solemn. I don't think Max C has one, but yeah, there's a bunch of other ones. I think Infinite Impermanence has one. Thank you. Now keep 2 cards out so I can use my effects. Do not link, just attack and get to my turn. That's all I need here. No, you did what I didn't want. Well, okay, that at least makes sense what they're doing. But I don't have any outs for Gamma. So that's going to end my match there. But here, let's go to the shop so I can show you the different type of things. Like right now, Radiant Typhoon is just a pack you can open. There's Stone Dragons, which are Primites. This set is one I wish I could open for this, but these are the cards that are just in this pack. Pretty much your generic staples at different rarities. Actually, I have not spent a single cent on the game, even on my main account. Because at the start, you actually get a ton of gems. Like, this amount of gems is after I've opened probably 20, 30 packs, so another 3K. Plus, if you do solo modes, if you complete all the solo missions, you get a bunch of free cards and free gems. But here's where things can get really interesting, are the structure decks. Like this one. 2 of this deck will literally just get you a full-powered Dragon Maid deck. Two of this one will get you almost full-powered... no, wait. 2 will get you full-powered Cybra, because there's 2 of them in it. Photon has a starter deck. Odd Eyes has one, but it's not very good. Honestly, I would argue this is the worst of the starter decks. This one's not bad if you just want to make your opponent suffer. Magician's spellbooks aren't played, but they're not bad. No. Masochist doesn't let me. Masochist is a challenge version of the game, where you start with the minimum amount of Master Packs. Master Packs literally have every card in the game. All 9,000 of them, so whatever I have is completely random. From all the cards in the game currently. I got to open 6 of them technically because I got extra deck monsters in the first 5. Basically, you just open enough. In Masochist, you open until you have enough to build a 40-card deck. Then you cannot open any more until you win a match. And then each match you win, you get to open another Master Pack. and any legacy packs given to you. Legacy packs are a bit different. They only have 2 cards per pack, and these cards are not in the Master Pack. These cards are only in this primarily. But as you can see, you can get some really strong cards even from these. This is one I would love to get. Giski would help me my deck out a lot. Kragan would definitely help me out. But yeah, if you actually spend the time to do all the solo missions, you won't... Honestly, I have never had to put money into this game on any of my accounts for it. And I've done like 8 Masochist runs. This is just the newest Masochist account. You also get a free starter deck when you begin that you can choose between Blue Eyes, Synchros, or I believe Pendulums? No, Xyz. Yeah. You can either go with Blue Eyes, Xyz, or Synchro monsters, and they have some pretty good staples just from starting the game. The game has done a good thing about actually trying to balance almost every archetype out. Like, every archetype will have like 1 or 2 SRs and UR rarity cards just because they are needed. And if you just get enough scrappable material, you can always just craft a card that's from the pack you want, and then it will let you open the pack. It's any player. I could be against a whale right now, somebody who has spent tons of money on the game, and I would not know. Of course, when you see a name that's just like a bunch of letters, it's 99% of the time a bot. Yeah, there is no... The NPCs are only for solo mode. Every match you play, like, in Versus, is a real player. Unless it's a bot. Like, this one, I'm 90% sure is a bot. Because, normally if you just see a bunch of random letters, that means it's a bot. And I would argue it's not that hard until you get to, like, Platinum, which is what I'm in currently. Platinum and then Diamond are the 2 highest tiers. But from Rookie, Bronze, Silver, and Gold, those aren't too hard to get through. And you get gems whenever you rank up in a tier, which gives you more free gems to use. It's odd because I'm hugely against pay-to-win games, but I feel like this game has actually done pretty well at balancing it so it doesn't feel pay-to-win. Unless you're trying to get an entire Royal Rare deck, then yeah, it's pay-to-win. Because Royal Rares are 1 in like 100 and they can only be SRs and URs. I am not setting through this. Well, I'll wait and see what they do. And then you have people who pretend to be a bot and just make things annoying. But yeah. Okay, yeah, this is a real player, not a bot. I'm not sticking around for this. Their deck will beat me just because I don't have any cards on board. They wiped out my board, so can't really do much. But the entire point of Masochist is to make the game harder. That's literally the point. I'm sorry, no. No Fenrir for you, jerk. I'm not letting you have a free special summon. Oh wait, that was Unicorn. That makes it worse. Yeah, good thing I got rid of that. Although my extra deck really doesn't matter. Like, my extra deck has like 2 summonable cards. Like, these are my most summoned cards, are the 2 shoe ships. And a few of the synchros. Like, this is probably my most used card currently just because it's a pop. It lets me pop an opponent's monster. And see, sometimes you can win just by popping a single card. And now I get to go open my Master Pack. Shop, shop, shop. Master Pack. A Master Pack has 8 cards, by the way, in it. It doesn't look like I'm getting anything here, but even low rarity cards can be good. Like, this card is actually pretty good in my opinion. I like this card because it's fun to have a tuner that can be treated as a non-tuner at times. Broken Bamboo Sword. I have never even heard of this card. EA Stranger Big Bang. If a monster special summon from the extra deck is on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand. Okay. During your main phase, you can reduce the level of all other monsters on the field by 1, and if you do, increase the level of this card by the number of monster whose level during your battle phase or your opponent's main phase. If this card's level is 8 or higher, quick effect, you can destroy 1 other card on the field, and if you do, this card's level becomes 5. That is insane! How have I never even heard of this card? This is going in my deck. I don't care that it doesn't synergize. It's funny. I can see this making people so mad. Wait, does it target? No. It doesn't target or select. It just destroys any other card. Damn. I will add that in a heartbeat. Now for the Legacy Pack. If I could pull a Blue Eyes, that would be funny, because I actually have a lot of Blue Eyes cards that I pull just at random. Well, I would definitely want to play this in a light fairy deck just to stop spell cards. That could be insane. Too bad that's not the deck I'm running right now, but hey. Where's my card? Am I blind? Ah, there he is. Yes, I'm apparently blind. I'll remove that. Sorry, I'm trying to keep my deck at around the 40 card mark. I'm going to toss in these two cards, even though they're not water or anything, but I think they will help the deck just have a higher power ceiling. Also, I try to stream for about 3 hours a day, unless I'm not feeling well. No, unfortunately, no TCG game has trading. The one that did was Pokemon Trading Card Game Online, but they destroyed that game to make Pokemon Trading Card Live, which is a complete piece of trash that has ruined the Pokemon online TCG. Sorry. I hate that they don't have trading in trading card game simulators. I can rant for hours about how stupid it is. Yeah, if it had trading, it'd be amazing. Hell, that's part of the reason I'm working my own private TCG that I've been working on for over a decade. Okay, thanks for stopping by for as long as you did. I appreciate it. Yeah, no problem. welcome. Well, that's a victory, so I'll take it. 3 legacy packs is not a bad little start. Dark Eye Nightmare. Once per turn, if this card be destroyed by battle, you can banish 1 trap card from your graveyard instead. You can banish up to 3 traps from your graveyard. Apply one of the following effects. Number banished. 1. Draw 1 card, then place 1 card from your hand. Okay, draw 2 cards, discard 1 card. Honestly, this could be a good card. I feel like this is a lot better than it seems. I'd be having to make a very trap-heavy deck for it, but I'm not against having a very trap-heavy deck. I don't understand the point of that card. It seems so weird. Heart of Clear Water. If the equipped monster's attack is just this card is destroyed, okay. The monster equipped with this card cannot be destroyed as a result of battle or by card or effective cards that target the monster. You know, this could actually work in my deck, because a lot of my big defenders have, like, no attack. Okay, that's funny. Not good, but funny. That will go in the deck. That will also go in, but now I'm getting pretty high up there. At this point, do I just go to 50 cards? Add in a couple more that are, you know, less competitive, but maybe helpful? You know, this could help with thinning the deck. I will toss that in just to help with thinning more than anything. You know, this card is still technically a draw card, but I kind of want to see if I have more fish I can add. Okay, I do have other fish. Now let's see what Aqua is. Maybe we have a good one to add. Like, I'm getting a decent amount of Ice Barrier cards, but I don't think they help my deck. I mean, this is a draw card, technically, if it gets destroyed, so it might be worth it, yeah. I decided I'm going to go up to 50 cards because I don't think I could cut 6 out, so it was just easier for me to add 4 than it was to remove 6. I'm a little OCD about how many cards I have in the deck. I'm going to go second, I think, is what that said. Which I am perfectly fine with. That's annoying. I don't understand, why didn't they attack? this seemingly is working? I don't know why they didn't just attack, though. Oh, they couldn't attack. That's why. My writer made it where they couldn't attack. That's why they didn't attack. I'm an idiot. I have never seen this card before in my life. You know, that's not bad just as a battle negate. Honestly, like, I can't summon it because I don't have Breath of Acclamation. But it doesn't need to be summoned for this effect. Maybe I could build a deck around that, just not right now. I don't think that deck works for what I'm trying to make at the moment. I don't think that card works in the deck I'm using currently, is what I meant to say. Why would I ever want to do that? You know, that's actually kind of funny. Not good, but funny. If I get enough heroes, that could work. I actually don't know if I have any elemental heroes. I will be right back, everyone. Sorry about that. My bladder is saying I need to go. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Hey, Flute. Sorry I didn't reply sooner. I was stepping to the restroom. My bladder was a-calling. Yeah, we were up at 17 viewers for a while. I didn't do anything. We're sticking around. Actually, I think it says currently that we're at 17 with you here. So... I literally haven't done anything. All I did was go live. I swear, I didn't do anything. If I knew what I was doing to get views, I would do it more often. Of course, after this stream, I do plan to record some videos on a couple of different games. But those are a secret. No telly. Do I have a Synchro 7? Yes, I do. I'm gonna go to the one that lets me pop their back row when it summons. Like, this is probably the most used extra deck card I have, honestly. Because its effect is just good. It's just a generic pop. And that's all I have. I'm not too concerned with anything they can banish. If I'm being honest, I don't care if they banish something. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. You can have it. I care about being able to hit you for 23. Literally, that was all I cared about, was being able to hit them for 23. My hair is fluffy. I used conditioner for once, so my hair is super soft. I don't normally use conditioner. This is why I like this card, though. I can pop their card immediately, see? It's not just on summon, it's any time I can do it. And that is why I like my little card, even though it's not good for my deck, technically. But it's pretty much my only generic form of removal that doesn't require a lot of setup, more so than just 2 cards. Sorry, I had to pop my fingers. They hurted. Hey, we're back at 17 viewers. Yay! No idea how or why, but we are. Oh wait, I can win this turn. And that is a victory, everyone! Let's go get our packs. Wow, 4 legacy packs. Honestly, that might be better than our master pack. I mean, it's the same amount of cards. It's 8 cards from both this time. So 16 cards are going to be added to our card pool. Oh yeah, we had a pack earlier with 4 SRs in it. Like, all 4 right here were SRs. You can discard this card. You can special summon one water or earth monster during your main phase this turn in addition to your normal summon or set. If you control a water and earth monster while this card is in your graveyard. Honestly, that's just a extra free summon, isn't it? Like, there's no limits to what I can summon, it says. Yeah, that's going in. White Mirror. Target one level 4 or lower fish monster in your river, special summon it, then you can add 1 monster from your deck to your hand with the same original name. Unfortunately, I don't have multiples of the same card. And the UR is... Yes! I love this card. One of my favorite URs because it can really screw up the opponent. Banish your opponent's entire hand, and if you do, they draw the same number of cards. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then yeah, it doesn't matter, but I actually have trap tricks in this account. Like, I could actually make a trap trick deck. So having this is one of the best cards for that deck. That's insane. I am so happy with that. Honestly, one of my favorite URs in the game, so... Sure, it's not the greatest, but obviously, Max C or something would have been better, but... We got an SR from here, and it is... And unfortunately, I don't have light insects in my deck, so that card doesn't help. Insect. This card's funny, but I'm not going to use it. I don't have Nurse Burn. Why would I ever use that card? Oh, wait, we got a second SR? And it is... I'm more interested in the hero than I am the SR, honestly. Wait, this might work. I think I have a relinquish. Contract with the Abyss literally just works as any ritual spell, basically, for darks? If so, that's awesome. Let's go see if I have any. I do. I have this one. 2, 3, 4. I don't think it's worth adding multiples, but I will add relinquish. Because, no. Yes. No. No. Don't. I know I want to, but there's a terrible, terrible idea. I will not do that. Those two, on the other hand, I will add. You know what? Let's actually see. Let's see what all heroes I do have. You know, having a 17 hero cards isn't terrible. I'm not going to use it, but... It's worth seeing. Is what I'm trying to get out. Get at. Not out. At. Ah. Ta. Ah. 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 Okay, so they... I don't understand their plan of their deck here. Are they just running chaos? Seriously? Is that all it is just chaos spam? Yep, it's chaos spam. I'm not waiting around for all this, sorry. I kind of want to see what other decks we can build, actually. Maybe we should spend some time actually checking the other decks. Because I'm sure we can make something by now. Does anybody have any ideas on what we could make? You know what? I'm curious. How many ice barriers do we have? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And these are all aquas. Warrior, aqua, sea serpent. You know, I thought we would have more than that, to be honest. Actually, what type of synchro package do we have? Like, I know I have a few decent ones. Like, my good ones are this, this, that. Unfortunately, I can't play this. It was a special one from one of the anniversary packs, so I'm forced to ignore it. Even though I don't want to. By the way, I chose the Blue Eyes deck, so I don't have any starter synchros. Every synchro I have is one I can use, aside from the one that was from the special event hack that I was forced open. Actually, that's not bad. It's a good searcher. I didn't realize that it actually had a search effect before now. You know, just being able to change the battle position of an opponent's monster might be good enough. Wait, are we able to make it actually a full synchro engine just in the extra deck? I don't think we have a final good synchro. Like, this is funny. Like, okay, yeah, this will go in just because it's good for physical strength, I guess. Okay, now let's go to tuners. This one just lets me special summon another card, so I'm obviously going to play it. It'd be dumb not to. Honestly, I like this one because its effect... I can use every tuner that's after this. This is the only one that's from the starter deck. Like, I actually have a decent amount of the Resonator tuners, I feel like. 1, 2... Yeah, 3 of the Resonators isn't bad for a little package. I'll have to include this one because it's my only Psychic tuner. Don't have a choice there. I had to run the Psychic tuner, otherwise I can't summon Crossmind Archfiend. This being both a tuner and non-tuner makes it worth playing to me. I know that sounds odd, but honestly, that's the only reason I'm playing it, because it can play as a non-tuner. We have a level 1, a 2, a 3, and a level 4 tuner. Actually, I think that's a diverse enough tuner package. You know, that ability is good enough. I'm thinking I'm going to go to my fairies now. Because I think they'll work the best for what I'm doing here. This just is a 1 tribute 3K. That's worth playing. Let's start from the bottom. That's a good card. It doesn't really work with the dark and light synergies I was trying to go for, but... I don't have a third Trap Tricks monster, so that doesn't really work, I don't think. I do have a level 7 light dragon, which could be helpful. Oh, that's kind of clever, actually. Okay, I like that card. It's interesting, actually. I'll add it. Okay, now we need to go to our spells. We'll start from the very beginning. I own one of these, so I will add it. Oh wait, I have a synchro card, don't I? Yeah. Yeah, Synchro Cracker is definitely going into the deck. Forbidden obviously has to go in the deck. It's like one of my best cards, period. Book has to go in. Whoa, wait, that actually makes Violon really good. I might have to look into a Violon here in a minute. Like, not for this deck. This deck does not need the Violon. Like, I love Violon as an archetype, though. I really do. Soundproofing seems like a bad idea. It is actually a very bad idea. Why would I even try to convince myself to run that in this deck? Why would I even want to convince myself to do that? That's a terrible, terrible idea. Okay, now it's time to go to our traps. I do own a single ring. I will add it just because why not? Honestly, I feel like Battle in Boxers might be an archetype I have a lot more of than I actually think. Well, you know what? We're going to try this deck out just to see how it goes. I don't know if it will work well, but it might be funny. Just saying. Like, the water deck actually is pretty good. It's consistent and all, but sometimes you just want to try something else. Hopefully that makes sense. I might have too many monsters. I'm not drawing any of my spells and traps. So I might have to go cut out some monsters here. Okay, that's not going to affect it, so it doesn't matter. Of course, I are a disconnector. And here comes another disconnect. Wow, they didn't disconnect. It's a miracle. Why can't I activate my card? What the hell? A pit knight. Cool. Hey and welcome. Feel free to say hey in chat. and we won a match. I know this stream has only been a couple of hours, but I need a break, so I will talk to you all next time. Goodbye. Everybody, I hope you had a good time.